Folks, welcome back to GP Reactions. I hope you're well. Hope you've been having a great day. It's the beginning of the week, so it's just great to be back doing some reactions. I would like to firstly thank anyone who has subscribed. I would also like to thank those who have made comments, suggestions for music to listen to, and those of you who have also supported me on Buy Me a Coffee. I really do appreciate that because it kind of validates the choices of the music I that suggested. And this track is by a band I have heard of called Radiohead. The track is called Nice Dream, and it's taken from their album The Bends, which was released on 13th of March 1995. Indeed, it is Radiohead's second album. I don't know very much about this album. I kind of got into, I think, their third album. I can't think what that was called now, but I have it somewhere. So I'm kind of familiar with the style of Radiohead. Um, I've got the lineup, which I'm not overly familiar with, except for knowing who Tom York is, their lead vocalist, piano and guitar, Johnny Greenwood on guitar, organ, synths and piano, Ed O'Brien on guitar and vocals, Colin Greenwood on bass, Philip Selway on drums. Then you have additional percussion, I think, and cello, Caroline Lavelle and Johnny Matthias on viola and violin. So yeah, and this was written by Ed O'Brien and Colin Charles. Not sure who Colin Charles is. Maybe that is Tom York. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, without further ado, I'm really looking forward to this. I do love the sound of Radiohead, and I do love what the atmosphere that they bring to their music. So, touch wood, this one is going to elicit the same. It's going to take me on a trip. I know it will. Going down. I'm just going to stop it. I'm just going to say that. Oh, this is one of those songs, isn't it? I'm really kind of feeling this deeply. I get the impression that I get the impression that he's going for a lot of stuff, or they're going for a lot of stuff, and they're reaching out to people that they think are their friends, and their friends are just not really quite as friends as they thought they were. They're making up excuses to not be around them. According to you, like fair weather friends maybe, but these are people that just they make out that they're really good friends, but when you really, really need them, they're not there. So this is deep, and you know, I've been in this position, you know. Um, yeah, it's it kind of like it gets you right there. This does.
Nice dream, nice dream, nice dream. If you think that you're strong enough, nice dream. If you think you belong enough, nice dream. If you think that you're strong enough, nice dream. If you think you nice dream, nice dream, nice dream, nice dream.
That was a really powerful song, and I just love the effects throughout that song. When he was singing "Nice Dream," um, there was a slight inflected rise in his voice, but at the same time, the music was going down. So it's almost like more out of hope than anything he was singing. Then there was this sense of sort of resignation in his voice. But I love the bit that just kind of got quite angry sounding. That bit then, and the quiet guitars come back in. And it's like, like when you get really angry because somebody is just not being honest with you and they're supposed to be a friend and you just get really, really mad and it's that internal voice shouting. Um, and then, when it's all done, when you've cried, you've shouted and, you've got it all out of your system, you just kind of flat. And this is what it reminds me of when it goes into this bit. I love the way that Radiohead sort of bends the sounds around so that you think it's doing one thing, but it's actually doing something different. And just as you think it's doing something different, it does something else. It's really, really like clever. I mean, in musical terms, I can't really describe that because I'm not a musician, but they play so much going on as well.
She says that she'd love to come help us. See electric kiss.
I love the way the violins come in there as well, as if out of sympathy. There, it's like a lament to the situation of not having reliable friends, and uh, it, yeah, it's just an amazing, amazing song. Do you know? I don't think I've ever heard a Radiohead song that hasn't not disappointed me. Is that right? I don't think I've ever heard a Radiohead song that has been a disappointment, and this is definitely one of those great songs. I think my cat's just jumped up behind me, so In case you saw like a very large brown blur, that was the cat. Um, not really sure there's anything else to.
Let's dream, let's dream.
Just his voice kind of captures a million emotions. He's just got such an interesting, emotive voice for tracks like this. I'm hoping that this was the original anyway, so it was really, really cool. My favourite line in this was, I call up my friend, the good angel, but she's out with her answer phone. She says she'd love to come help, but the sea would electrocute us all. It's like such a it's like an exaggeration of an excuse that somebody might give you. Um, and most, and the worst thing about a lot of excuses that people give you, that they're so full of holes. You know that they know that you know they're lying, and they can't even be bothered to come up with like a foolproof excuse, something that would have validity and a bit of weight to it. It's just something so off the top of their heads that they can't even bother to give you the time of day to come up with a decent excuse. And I think this captures that nicely. I could be a million miles away from what this song is truly about, but I kind of felt that was it. It was about people who say they're your friends and but when you actually need them, they're not really there for you. Um, they're just there for when you're doing something good, maybe, and they want to hang out with you, but no other time. So, guys, please join me in the comments below if you enjoyed this. If you didn't, still comment. It's fine. And I absolutely loved this. I'm going to be listening to this on the loop probably for a little while, just to kind of get the full vibe of it, which I pretty much did with. I still can't remember the name of that album. Is it Paranoid Android? That I'm sure it was the album after this. Um, but yeah, a lot of her songs I listened to continuously when it came out, and it's such an amazing album that was. And this isn't. This is just as equally as good and a very sort of valid track. So yeah, like I said, please join me in the comments below. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Have a fabulous week, and I'll speak to you all soon.